Hello everyone, welcome to English online class of 8th standard. Today I am going to explain a poem No Men Are Foreign, which is written by James Kirkup. Let me see the introduction of the poet now. James Kirkup, born on 23rd April 1918 and died on 10th May 2009. So he was a prolific English poet, translator and a travel writer. He wrote over 30 books, including autobiographies, novels and plays. He started writing simple verses and rhymes from the age of 6. Mercedes Boy, which was written in 2008, a poem, and Play Strindberg, a play, are his contributions. He was honored by many countries. In this poem, the poet gives us a message about universal brotherhood. So the title No Men Are Foreign means that no man belongs to another country. The poet wants to say that all men are same, all men are equal. He wants to promote the concept of universal brotherhood. In this poem, the poet wants to tell us that everyone in this world is same. All people, all men are same. They eat, live, die the same way. Everyone gets the bounties of nature like sunshine, land, etc. in equal measure. And we can also say that it is a peace poem. Once I will read the poem, listen it properly. Remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes like ours. The land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. So once again, remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes like ours. The land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. Second para now. They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvests, by war's long winter starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. Third stanza now. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. Fourth stanza now. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispose, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. Once again, let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispose, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. Last stanza now. It is the human earth that we defile, our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. Once again. It is the human earth that we defile, our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of fire that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. I'll explain para-wise now. So in first stanza, remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Like ours, the land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. So, in the first line, the poet says that no men are strange and no country is foreign. So, he is attempting to remove the borders from the earth which have been erected to separate different countries. Then only no country will be foreign. We will feel every country as our own land when there will be no borders. Everyone will be free to move around. The poet wants to say that the entire earth is one and all the people who live on this earth belong to one human race. Then he says that inside the uniforms worn by soldiers of different countries, the human being is the same. God has made all of us in a similar way. All breathe in the same way. Then he says that all the soldiers are our brothers. We all walk upon the same mother earth, and upon our death shall lie in the grave in the same earth. So after death also we all going to lie under the same earth. Second stanza now. They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by wars, long winter starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. So, they refers to those people who belong to other countries. So, we all them foreigners and discriminate them and fight with them also. The poet says that nature has given all the bounties of all people also just like he has given to us. Everyone gets sunlight, air and water in equal, which means that God does not differentiate between people from different countries. We all do farming during the time of peace when there is no war, and we live a relaxed life and eat the things given to us by nature. Further, he adds that the way we starve during wars and winter time is the same for those belonging to other countries. Even they don't get food at the time, and so he wants to say that foreigners who belong to other country and we both are same. And he says that even their hands are same as ours and they work very hard just like us. And he is giving all these examples to convey to the reader that there is no difference in us and the people belonging to the another country. Next, third para now. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. So in the third stanza, the poet asks the reader to remember something. He says that he should keep in mind that the people of another country whom we think to be our enemies have been bestowed by God with similar appearance like us. God has given them eyes like ours, which open when awake and close when we are asleep. He says that every country, in every land, there is one common thing, that is life. Life means all the things that are living. And if we can recognize them and if we can understand their feelings and realize that they are like us, then there will be no fights or wars between us. Next, fourth para now. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves, that we shall dispose, betray or condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. So, in this para, the poet says that we should remember that whenever someone tells us to hate a person from another country, to think him as our enemy, and whenever we think someone to be our enemy, then we deprive ourselves, we cheat ourselves, and we condemn ourselves. And he says that we should stay away from such negativity and we should not consider anyone to be our enemy. During a war, both the parties must bear the loss. And that is why the poet says that war is not in our favor, and he says that whenever we pick and weapon against someone, we should remember that one thing. And last para, fifth para now. It is the human earth that we defile, our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. So in the last para, the poet is explaining, means we should keep in mind that whenever we pick weapons against any person, we make the earth dirty, because weapons kill people and their bodies which fall on the earth make it dirty. And whenever war happens, it leads to a lot of bloodshed, fire and death. And these dead bodies accumulate on the earth and it make it impure. The fire of war which erupts, the smoke which comes out, the dust which fills the air, and it is so dirty that it pollutes and outrages the purity of the air. With all these things, the poet wants to give us a message that we should not indulge in war. Finally, he ends the poem by writing the first line in reverse and saying that, remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. Now I will read out the summary of the poem now. The poem No Men Are Foreign begins and ends with the same line, remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign, as the poet wants to emphasize on the fact that all the people living on this earth are the same and that we have created distinctions by erecting borders and fences, different languages, etc. While we are alive, we walk on the same earth, and upon our death, we will lie in our graves in the same earth. And he draws another similarity that we all enjoy good food during peace and starve during war and in winter's time. And we all have similar hands, which we use to do a lot of hard work. All of us have eyes which remain open when we are awake and close when we are asleep. He reminds the reader that whenever we hate someone, we cheat and hate ourselves. Also, when we pick up weapons against someone, we pollute the earth and make it impure with The huge mounds of dead bodies stew on it. This is the summary of the poem. I think you have understood the poem. Copy the poem and go on studying. Thank you.